Hey, Chiefs Kingdom, Harrison Graham here. I want you to subscribe to the Chiefs Report. We got the latest rumors. We got the latest news. Free agency kicking off soon. Could be some new deals in the works. The draft is next month, and we do live Q&A shows. Use hashtag Chiefs to get your questions on a future Q&A. I'm sure I'll be doing one very, very soon. Let's get to 2,000 subscribers now. Let's kick off today's show. So there's not a ton of new news as far as Chris Jones and a new contract with the Chiefs goes. Still expected to be on that franchise tag. But CBS Sports did release their projections for the top free agents as far as what they would get on a long-term deal. They gave Chris Jones a 5-year, $105 million contract. Appreciate CBS for watching the show. I've been saying that for a couple of weeks now. And it's because that's pretty much the deal Frank Clark got, and that's the baseline for Chris Jones. I think he's going to be in that same ballpark, and for good reason, because the last 2 years, 24.5 sacks combined, including those 15.5 in 2018, did well transitioning to a 4-3, sliding inside, and Steve Spagnuolo's defense only played in 13 games last year, still had 9 sacks, was very, very disruptive. You look at Frank Clark's contract, like I said, it's going to be very, very similar, 5 years, $104 million, over 60 guaranteed. I think Chris Jones is going to ask for at least that because, quite frankly, he's more versatile, he's more disruptive, and I think he's a little bit better against the run, which makes him a better overall player. And with the salary cap going up, why wouldn't he want at least that much? So, over under 100 million. How much would you pay Chris Jones? Type O for over 100 million. Type U for under 100 million. Let me know down in the comments section. You look at the past 2 years for each of these two guys as we continue to compare them as far as a potential contract could go for Chris Jones. He's been more productive across the board. Tackles basically the same, but more sacks, more TFLs, a couple less forced fumbles, but more quarterback hits as well. I think he's more consistent. I think he's more disruptive overall. Don't get me wrong. I love Frank Clark. I'm excited about this duo growing together for the foreseeable future, assuming the Chiefs get something done with Chris Jones. I'm just saying he's going to get at least $100 million, if not 105 or 110. I think CBS is right on the mark. That's what I've been saying for a while. I think that's a good contract for him. Who do you guys think the better defensive player is? Type J for Chris Jones. Type C for Frank Clark. I'll make this the pinned comment so you can just scroll on down, answer this question. Who is the better player? Now, Juan Thornhill, this could be some positive news. He spoke recently at an event, and some reporters were there, and he said that, look, I expect to be ready for training camp. The doctors are giving me good feedback. The rehab's going well. That would be pretty quick because Week 17 was December 29th against the Chargers, had surgery soon after. You're talking about less than 8 months to return to the practice field. That's pretty fast from a torn ACL. Now, it's not 10 years ago where it took everybody at least a year to come back. It does happen in 8 months sometimes. Adrian Peterson, most notably, came back in 8 months when he tore his back 6-7 years ago. It's possible. If you're aggressive in the rehab and it goes well, these are premier athletes. It can be done, but that would be very, very quick. I'm excited about this kid's future. Had a good rookie season. Obviously, this Chiefs secondary picked him up in the Super Bowl run in the playoffs when he went down. The excitement level with him next to Tyrann Mathieu as that safety tandem, that could be fun to watch for several years to go. Now, as we've outlined a lot, Kendall Fuller, Bashaud Breeland are free agents. Chiefs got to decide what they're going to do there. But if Juan Thornhill's ready by camp or at least by the start of the regular season, that is very, very good news. We'll have to see how the next couple of months play out, but I would not rush things. I'm excited to see this kid play, though. I did not expect him to be ready for the start of the season. What is your excitement level for the 2020 season? I can't wait for it to get here. I want to restart that championship run again, right? It's like we'll talk about Patrick Mahomes in a sec. He's already gearing up for the repeat run. I'm ready to go. Yeah, the Super Bowl was great last year. Let's do it again. I'm a 10 out of 10. I'm excited. Scale it on 1 to 10 on how excited you are for next season. All right, Chiefs fans, we got this sweet flat bill hat with the cursive lettering on sale, 30% off with our partner Fanatics, chatsports.com/ChiefsHat2. That link will be in the comments. It'll be in the description. This deal's not going to last forever. I like this flat bill look. I bet a lot of you guys do too. So get it while it's on sale, chatsports.com/ChiefsHat2. That link will be in the comments, in the description. Click on it, boom, you're ready to purchase that hat. I spoke on Patrick Mahomes, teased it for you guys. He's already gearing up. Look, I read a story, and it was kind of funny. He's been, chugging beer for a couple of weeks, celebrating, but he's already back to work. He put on 7 or 8 pounds, some of that beer fat, but he's working it off. No worries. He was like, yeah, my first couple of workouts, I was going to feel it, but you guys probably saw the stuff on Twitter. He's been working out with Dez Bryant. We talked about that on our last video. He's training in East Texas right now, I think Fort Worth, Texas right now at the Apex Training Facility as he's gearing ready. That quote right there, it's about getting another championship. He's not satisfied with just winning one. This guy is chasing greatness, and that is what you want to see from your franchise quarterback. Plus, he's eligible for a contract extension, which makes me even more happy to see he's already training. He's approaching this the right way. He knows the deal is going to get done. He's not going to sit out or anything like that. He is gearing up for the 2020 NFL season. I'm amped up. I can't wait to watch this guy play again. It's sports aren't quite the same when Patrick Mahomes and this Chiefs offense aren't playing every single Sunday. I'm ready for football to be back already. Got a few months to go here, but it should be fun next season. Obviously, free agency and the draft will help bridge that time off. But Patrick Mahomes is already gearing up for next season. And I mentioned that contract extension could be on the way, and he's going to blow these guys out of the water. He will be the highest paid quarterback when he puts ink on paper. $35 million per year. That means 36 is the minimum, and quite frankly, he's probably going to push 38, 39, maybe even $40 million per year. It would not shock me if Patrick Mahomes signed the first $200 million contract in Super Bowl history. So let's play fill in the blank. Our guy Pat Mahomes, he's already won one. How many is he going to win? Patrick Mahomes will win blank Super Bowls. How many? I've said 3 for a while now. I'll stick with that. It wouldn't shock me if it was more than that, but it's still very, very hard to get to Super Bowls and to win Super Bowls. So I'll stick with 3. Let me know how many Super Bowls you think Patrick Mahomes will win. Is linebacker the Chiefs' biggest need? This one coming from USA Today. They went through all 32 needs, gave their opinions on the biggest need for all 32 NFL teams, and they said linebacker for the Chiefs. Now, linebacker is a big need. I'd have it at the number 2 or number 3 biggest need on this team. Reggie Ragland's a free agent. Darren Lee's a free agent. We'll see if Ragland is back. Played a lot better down the stretch. Doesn't play with a lot of speed, though. That's the one thing this Chiefs linebacking core is lacking, a true sideline-to-sideline linebacker. Not a lot of blitzers from their linebackers either. They could get better in both regards. They need help, but I still think cornerback is a bigger need. These are the ones I have. And plus, if you lose Chris Jones, whether you trade him or whatever the case may be, defensive tackle shoots up that list. That becomes a bigger need than linebacker as well. So linebacker's a big need. I think cornerback's bigger, and I think potentially defensive tackle could become bigger as well, depending on what happens with Chris Jones. But I'll leave it to you guys. What is the Chiefs' biggest team need this NFL offseason? Free agency just around the corner, draft soon to follow. Lots of areas Kansas City can use to get better on this roster, but Breeland, Fuller, or free agents, I'm sticking with cornerback. But let me know what you guys think down below. Quick reminder, I wanted to show you guys this hat one more time. Again, the link is chatsports.com/ChiefsHat2. You can find this sick Chiefs hat on sale, 30% off, chatsports.com/ChiefsHat2. We'll have the link in the comments and in the description. Take a look at the linebacking depth chart as, again, USA Today says that linebacker's the biggest need. Again, it is a big need. Hitchens, didn't play that good last year. Ragland's a free agent. Damian Wilson could get released. That would not surprise me if that happened. Darren Lee's a free agent as well. So we'll see how that all plays out. Linebacker is certainly an area the Chiefs will focus on this offseason. J.K. Dobbins, could drafting him be a possibility? Now, we've talked about this before. He's been mocked to Kansas City a couple of times in the past, couple of months as we get closer and closer to the draft. It wouldn't shock me, but I don't think running back's that big of a need. I've told you guys, look, you can plug and play in this offense at running back because you have the best quarterback in the league. You have excellent wide receivers in Tyreek Hill. We'll see what happens with Sammy Watkins, but you got McCole Hardman, you got Travis Kelce. You don't need an elite running back. Now, it would be fun. Fansided called J.K. Dobbins in this offense a cheat code, and he's one of the best running backs in Ohio State history, which is saying quite a bit. Almost 4,500 career rushing yards in 3 seasons with 38 touchdowns. He's a pretty good pass catcher as well. That's the thing. If you're going to take a running back in the draft, if you're the Chiefs, it's got to be a guy who can catch the football, in my opinion. I love Jonathan Taylor. He's not a great pass catcher, though, so I don't love his fit in this offense. I don't love a Derrick Henry type of player in this offense because Say what you want about Damian Williams. He's good running routes. He can catch the ball. And he's more than serviceable. He was great in the Super Bowl run. J.K. Dobbins, it's a fun idea. I just would not use a running back in the first round with my first-round pick, I should say. But maybe you guys disagree. Type Y for yes, type N for no. Should the Chiefs draft a running back in round 1? I just don't see it. I don't see an Ezekiel Elliott in this draft. Like, J.K. Dobbins, nice player. If he's there in round 2, if he slides, go ahead and take him. I'm not taking him in round 1. Damian Williams, again, is more than serviceable. I'm excited to watch him play. Darwin Thompson, Darrell Williams, these are fine rotation backs. Yeah, you're going to lose LaShawn McCoy. We'll see what happens with Mike Weber and Elijah McGuire if they fit in at all. But Damian Williams, good player, great playoff run the past couple of years, and he's cheap, folks, and he's never going to cost a lot. I am more than fine with him as my running back 1.